The Broncos finished off 7-10. They have $38.7 million in cap space. Alexander Johnson, Bobby Massey, Bryce Callahan, Josie Jewell, Kareem Jackson, Fuller, Gordon, and Bridgewater are their free agents. Now, Drew, what do they do? What do you want?
What do I want? One of our listeners is not going to be happy. I've gotten like 8 messages from him. You better not say Rodgers is going to Denver. You're going to lose all credibility. But you're asking me, what do I want? I want Aaron Rodgers, of course. I'm a smart man. I want a top 3 quarterback in the league on my team because he immediately changes the outlook of the 2022-2023 season. We have way different expectations with Aaron Rodgers on my team, so of course that's who I'm going to want. But let's scale it down. Let's go by real need. Quarterback is definitely our real need, but we'll address that eventually. No, that is our biggest need, 100%. We need an edge rusher. Bradley Chubb, I love him. It's tough to support him as our guy, given the fact that he has had some injury issues and early in his career. And the unfortunate stat that last year in 7 games, he recorded 0 sacks. That was crazy to read. I could not believe it. We need an edge rusher, and I would not be opposed in a million years for a homecoming for Von Miller to come back. I'm actually praying to the good Lord that it happens. Unfortunately, I don't think that it will. I do believe that he will go back to LA, sign with the Rams and try to run it back with that team, try and repeat as champions. Congratulations to him, by the way. I also do believe that we could go and make a running at Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones is a free agent, is finally free from Arizona and what they've been doing. Unfortunately, they just weren't able to get it done this year. He's going to want some money that they're not going to be willing to pay. We have money to spend. Chandler Jones would be a perfect addition for us. Pair him alongside Bradley Chubb. That would definitely free him up to get to the quarterback. And then you bring in Chandler Jones, who's one of the better pass rushers in the NFL. That would be fantastic. Now, I would like a right tackle. I think that we can address that in the draft. With the number 9 pick, the way that people have been, to a degree, not as high on Evan Neal as other analysts. I
think it's just this guy right here.
No,
Evan Neal's still the odds-on favorite.
I was going to say number 1 there, but at the same time, the only reason
Jocko at number 1.
I know.
Only reason
I don't think it's going to be there at 9, though.
Only reason why I don't want them to take Evan Neal at 1, we're going to talk about it next show, but they have Cam Robinson and they have Norwell. So they're going to have to pay one of them, which is why I think they are projecting Evan Neal to go number 1 because they're going to not want to pay Cam Robinson.
I think more than anything, it's just doing everything you can to get Trev help. I think that's what you sell everyone on.
So, but at that, see, now we're trying to make it a Jaguars thing, but really quick.
Okay.
So, would you put Norwell, you would put Cam Robinson, and you would put Evan Neal, or you'd think one of them's going to be gone?
You could probably let Cam Robinson rock.
So, back to my Broncos. We need a right tackle. I would absolutely love if by some miracle of God he falls to us at 9.
It's unlikely.
True. It is unlikely. But crazier things have happened. And
maybe a video gets out of him smoking weed like Tunsil.
Laramie Tunsil, man. That is insane. But I don't see anyone free agency-wise at the right tackle position that I would outwardly give a bunch of money towards. I see the strong need for quarterback. I see the strong need for edge rusher. I would rather put my money there. Now, quarterback situation is tough because there's not many great quarterback free agent options. We would have to trade for all of them. Aaron Rodgers, Carson Wentz, Matty Ice. We're in a tough situation where we're going to have to give up capital in order to get one of these guys. We're going to get Wentz for cheap. If we were to trade for him, it would be the cheapest option up to 3. That's why I say that. As for Matt Ryan, I don't think the price tag would be exponentially high given his contract situation, but we're probably still going to have to give up a first-round pick for Matt Ryan, And Aaron Rodgers, forget about it. That price tag is going to be 3 first-round picks at the minimum, even at that age. That's just how it is. I would love that scenario of Aaron Rodgers to come in, but if I'm going to try and not go complete best case scenario, I would love Chandler Jones to come into the squad, definitely give us a presence on the edge rush, because defensively I feel like we have everything. Linebacker could be a little bit better. Devondre Campbell would be a great option for us.
I think corner too.
It's interesting you say that.
You need one.
Pat Surtain,
Beast.
has top 5 potential, or has top 2 potential cornerbacks in the NFL. He's that good. And you slept, and I hate that you were on that side of history.
What do you mean I slept?
You slept on
I just said J.C. Horn's better.
and that's a mistake.
How? J.C. Horn graded
No,
out
and you
better.
also said we made a mistake not taking Micah. Like
Micah was a defensive player of the year candidate.
mistake. It wasn't a mistake. Remember?
So you hold on.
Hold on.
Redo
No,
the draft. You're taking
You-
You're
you-
taking Pat Surtain over Micah.
You said that you guys taking Jamal Adams at 6, passing on Mahomes and Deshaun, it was okay, right? People said it was okay.
All pro safety, bro.
And now Pat Surtain, rookie season, putting up
Surtain's-
all pro numbers.
Surtain-
Wait. So hold up. You in the redraft, you're taking him over Micah.
We needed a linebacker. Micah would have been best case scenario, and we needed an edge rush. He can do both. Yes, I would have taken Micah. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Pat Surtain, how great he is,
So
nothing
what did
against-
I,
yeah,
what
it's
did I,
nothing to get
what did I
past Surtain.
sleep on? I'm just like wondering what I slept on.
said that he wasn't the best rookie corner in this draft.
I don't think he is. I think it's JC.
I'm telling you right now, Pat Surtain locked up, and name a receiver, he probably put him on clamps this season. Jamar Chase had no catches on him this season.
And then Bryce Hall did a good job too.
He did do a good job on him, but he still gave up a touchdown. Surtain gave him nothing. That being said, corner, I understand. Bryce Callen's a free agent.
Fuller.
Fuller's a free agent. I think Kareem Jackson comes back. I think if we put together a team that can compete to win, I think that we can bring the fact that he has such a leadership presence in our locker room.
Mm-hmm.
He's really become a fan favorite as well. We could get him to we can convince him on a 1-year deal, take a little bit of a cut, especially if we put a team around him to compete. I think that our biggest need are to address outside of quarterback, because that's just the obvious thing. We need to bring in an edge rusher, and I think Chandler Jones would be a great option. And Devondre Campbell, that is a strong possibility as well. Alexander Johnson's a free agent, and I don't believe that we're going to bring him back. I think that he's a solid option for sure. He played great football for us, but I'm trying to upgrade, and Devondre Campbell's a great coverage linebacker. And ultimately, bring me Rodgers. I just have to be real. Bring me Rodgers so I don't have to stress this.
Before you go, it's funny because I was trying to hold back my laughter hearing you talk about the Broncos and Aaron Rodgers.
I didn't say anything crazy.
didn't.
Come on.
Broncos,
This guy is so rude.
No, this is why I laughed. I held back my laugh. Broncos fans are
He's been on one.
Broncos fans are
He hates me
dreaming.
right now.
Broncos fans are dreaming about Aaron Rodgers. The reason they signed Nathaniel Hackett was to lure Aaron Rodgers. Well, guess what?
Broncos fans felt the same way when Peyton Manning was trying to make his decision.
Wait, hold up. How long has this been? It's going to be 2 straight years now that Rodgers is rumored to Denver. This past season, you ended up with Teddy Bridgewater. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen this year. The Broncos starting quarterback this upcoming season is going to
Jimmy
be
G.
Carson Wentz.
Worst case scenario.
You're going
Worst case
the dream scenario of Aaron Rodgers and everybody,
Honestly,
Broncos fans are hyping up just to end up with Carson Wentz. That's what's going to happen.
I wouldn't hate it.
You shouldn't.
I wouldn't hate it.
He's definitely better than Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, he's
But I
definitely
want to
better
hear
than-
if it's not Rodgers, who is it? Who would you want?
It's Matty Ice or Carson, truthfully. I mean,
So Carson's not worst.
No. I mean, worst case scenario is Drew Lock, right?
Are
That's
you
worse.
going to say something positive?
About who?
The Broncos offseason.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna say everything negative. Yeah.
I mean, did I say anything positive
Um,
outside of praising our defense?
look, I
I'm
think
not gonna say anything positive. Am I supposed to just bash them the whole time?
no. I think
This guy and his agenda is
it's
so
not an agenda.
crazy.
I think
It's not an agenda.
the Broncos are not going to be good again.
oh my
I
god.
mean, what were you guys? 7 and
7
10?
and
7 and
10.
You have so many free agent corners.
It's 2.
You don't have much cap space. I know 38 mil sounds like a lot, but like realistically, getting you have to sign a quarterback because you don't have a
Pat
quarterback.
Surtain
Right
and
now.
Darby. Like, let's not pretend that we're
Darby is mid.
as a number 2 though. I'll live.
Listen,
Is that wrong?
you don't have a quarterback.
We don't.
Who you bringing back? I 100% guarantee Rodgers does not go to Denver.
I hope I'm sure you don't want that, because then you'd have to hear me.
I
every
don't
single
care.
week.
I don't care if Rodgers goes to Denver. It's not my team.
Nah.
Why do you think there's no way?
Because he's gonna stay in Green Bay. It's gonna happen.
But why would he
It's
do
gonna
that?
happen because he has built a connection with those players. That front office has said openly, we are going to surround him. We're going to be more aggressive with the money,
But they don't have
to get him to win.
They don't have
the
money.
money.
That's facts.
They can create it in free structures. It's not that difficult for them.
I have to look at the numbers, but
Okay,
from what I've read, it's going to be hard.
you need a quarterback.
Yeah.
So Teddy Bridgewater is the low-end quarterback. He's going to demand at least $15 million a year.
Yeah, we're gonna stick with Drew Lock.
Carson Wentz, I think, is going to be your quarterback. And really, you have, I'm just not high on Denver because I feel like most of the offensive weapons on your team are like what-if guys.
Because they haven't had the quarterback.
Okay. And Bobby Massey's a free agent. You're going to need a right tackle. Maybe he signs, maybe he doesn't.
For sure.
You need a slot cornerback. Who do you bring? I think Kevin King would be an okay signing coming from Green Bay, familiar with Hackett. Some Packers coaches have come along with Hackett, and he plays well in a slot, so he can be a Bryce Callahan replacement. Or maybe Darius Williams comes because your current secondaries coach, your current defensive coordinator was just the secondaries coach for the Rams, so that's a possibility. I'm just not high on your team. I'm just not. And it has mostly to do with this dream that your franchise has sold your entire fan base that you're going to get Rodgers.
So that's the only reason you're out on us? Mm-hmm. Why?
Because if you don't because you're not going to get a quarterback. You're going to be stuck.
You said we could get Carson Wentz.
He's an average quarterback.
Okay.
You're going to have an average quarterback, and we've seen in the past that that's not going to get you anywhere.
I'll tell you what, his weapons would be significantly better than what he had in Indianapolis.
And offensive line would be worse.
No, it's not.
Than the Colts? Offensive line?
Their pass block was mid.
The reason why the Colts pass blocking offensive line was bad was Carson Wentz held to the ball.
Because he had no receivers to get open.
Bro, you know
Is that wrong?
Look.
Is that wrong?
2020, Carson.
Answer.
No, let me answer this. I'm going to answer it with this.
No, okay, all right.
2020, the Eagles had the same offensive line virtually across the board that they did in 2021. The difference, the reason why this past year they were ranked highly and in 2020 they weren't was because Carson Wentz holds on
Brandon Brooks,
to the freaking
wasn't he
ball.
out the whole year?
They still had Jason Kelsey, still had Lane Johnson.
These are old guys?
That are all pros. They're still playing at a high level. The Eagles were just the number one, the best offensive line in football.
Because Brandon Brooks came back. He definitely
they have
helps.
Lane Johnson and they have
Definitely.
Come on,
Fair. No, they got guys.
Carson Wentz struggled like that because he holds on to the ball. If you have Carson Wentz, you're not going anywhere.
They had no weapons.
So you're telling me you're going somewhere with Carson Wentz?
I mean, they were 7-10 with Teddy.
Carson Wentz and Teddy are the same.
Wentz is better.
What?
In terms of their styles of play are different, but if you think Carson Wentz is giving you more than 7 wins, I mean, he's not.
Can I tell you this? Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick, KJ Hamler,
Alberto,
Noah Fant, Alberto, Javonte Williams.
Okay.
That is the best group of weapons he's had in his entire career.
For sure.
That doesn't mean he's going to succeed.
I'm telling you right now, we bring in Carson Wentz, he will succeed. We will make the playoffs.
The only thing I push back on, you're in a tough division.
Make the playoffs? I mean, the Raiders just made it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Derek Carr's better than Carson Wentz.
For sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Our team's better than theirs.
So you're telling me if Aaron Rodgers doesn't go to Denver, you want Carson Wentz?
See,
you want
this
Matt
is what you're
Ryan.
saying. Yeah, I would. That's
Matt Ryan, the contracts, I mean, it's really virtually impossible that the Falcons will trade him.
We'd have to wait.
You'd have to
We'd
give
have to
up
wait.
like 2 firsts, honestly.
But isn't it after June, right? They can't trade him until
Okay,
after
let's just
June.
talk.
Yeah, but then why would they, if they're going to trade Matt Ryan, they want to pick
Let's
this year's draft.
just talk about quarterbacks that are most likely going to be on the open market. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't go to Denver, your best option that you want is Carson Wentz.
Again, you're not allowing
That's
me.
not Russ, Deshaun, or Matt Ryan.
What? You would love one of those guys.
I know. I mean, you're really handcuffing me here, kid.
Because when it comes to just
I mean,
free agents,
you just told me that
you're looking at
Carson Wentz
Jameis.
was
We could be a playoff
flourish.
team. He will. I mean, he's going to have a plethora of options. I think he will be successful. You're asking me what I want. That's what you just said. What I want. Correct?
Yes, if these scenarios don't happen.
So again, these are guys.
Who's your backup plan?
So,
that's all I'm asking.
the backup plan would be Wentz. That's the backup
That's
plan.
all I'm asking.
That's
we
it was a little
settled
different.
this like 10 minutes
I know
ago.
we did, because let's be real. It's Rodgers. You're saying no Russ, no Deshaun, but Russ could be a possibility. Deshaun probably not, even though he has said, or there has been some reports that Deshaun would be open to coming to Denver.
I saw some reports saying that he could testify under oath for like 9 of the civil cases.
Really? Interesting. Whoa. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That is nuts. Wow. All right. So that aside, you have those 3 options clearly would just elevate our team to a whole different level, which I'm sure you can agree. And then Matt Ryan, who apparently we wouldn't be able to trade for because of the $40 million cap hit that they would take, but are they in a position right now where they would be competing for anything if they trade Matt Ryan specifically?
It's the dead cap, though.
I understand, but you can take that for a season.
You also have...
It's 2 seasons.
It's 2.
The Falcons are also probably looking at the division. If they're like, Tampa Bay doesn't get a quarterback, we could win this division.
That's fair enough.
You know?
They can.
Fair. They could.
I think Atlanta... And Arthur Smith has already come out on interviews and said that he's under the assumption Matt Ryan, when he took the job...
Wants to play?
He was under the assumption Matt Ryan would be his quarterback.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So that even though I look, I would love Matt Ryan to get traded. You know I love Matt Ryan.
Oh, we know.
But it's a possibility that he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I feel for you.
I don't want to hear
lying.
this. I don't
Just
want
lying.
this. Don't patronize me.
I feel for you. Look, I don't want to bash the Broncos, but I got to be honest.
We're a good team.
They are a good team.
honest.
Their biggest need, it's just your quarterback away, but we have been saying that since Peyton Manning left.
Yeah.
And the quarterback away isn't Carson Wentz, bro.
I mean, we could be a playoff team with Carson Wentz.
I was going to say, he's not taking you to multiple playoff wins.
No.
He's taking you to the playoffs and maybe one
Bro,
playoff
if he
win.
couldn't make it with the Colts, I don't think he makes it with you guys.
We have a better offense than they do.
Jonathan Taylor was an MVP candidate.
No doubt, but there's more than just one player.
And Carson Wentz choked down the stretch.
Because his second best option put up under 500 receiving
He
yards.
didn't choke because of the weapons. He choked because he played bad.
He did.
He did. But I agree with Drew. If you get Wentz, this is his best set of weapons he's ever had. And
I
that's
agree.
got to mean something.
It means something.
I mean,
Doesn't
Bridgewater
mean
had more
everything.
turnover-worthy plays than big-time plays.
Well, you know,
Like-
I'll say this. I actually do. I know Serge is listening right now. I actually do hope Wentz does go to the Broncos because then Wentz has no
I
excuses.
can't believe I'm the one defending Wentz.
I mean, I'm giving him a little
I know.
bit of
He
credit.
thinks
I mean, I have
Jimmy
no
G's going to
choice.
be a better option, though, for Indy,
no,
which I just don't see.
I can't do that. I can't do
I
that
think one
either.
Jimmy
option.
Garoppolo, he's
Bro had like the 3rd most turnover-worthy plays last year. Okay. And that's an offense where it's just all yak. Get it to Debo out quick. Get it to Kittle. Get it to Ayuk. Anyway,
They need weapons.
I was going to say, Jimmy G has to make it happen in Indy.
Yeah, literally.
It's you don't got Debo there.
You're asking him to be
got
Derek.
Jonathan Taylor.
No,
You
you want him to be Derek Carr over there.
But they had the best run scheme coach in the league, and he still didn't. I mean, they went to the NFC Chip. I'm not going to violate, but it wasn't because of Jimmy G. That's for damn sure.
I know. I clearly know that.
Okay.
I know that.
I think one name to watch out for in the draft, at least, is George Karlaftis from Purdue. He was someone who's getting a lot of top 10 buzz. Edge rusher, someone you guys could use. No way, not happening.
No.
Obviously, edge is a huge need for you guys. Bradley Chubb, his 5th-year option's coming up. I'm assuming you guys picked it up already because I feel like he's going into his 5th year, if I'm correct. But yeah, obviously Bradley Chubb, when he's healthy, outside of last year, really, when he's healthy, he has been good. Just hasn't been able to stay healthy.
Oh, rookie season, he had 12 sacks.
Yeah, no, he had all the potentials there. I don't know what happened this past year. Maybe losing Von Miller had some sort of impact on him. But yeah, edge seems like a huge need. Malik Reed had some nice moments for you guys too, but had a down year. 2020, he had 17 quarterback hits and 8 sacks. That came down from this past season.
Shelby Harris had a down year too.
Yeah, but obviously
He's old.
quarterback is the huge need there. Also think you need another running back outside of Javonte. Melvin Gordon might walk, he might stay. I think Javonte without a doubt has to be the featured back, but you need to bring in another player who could help take the load off.
This is the thing every year though. We know you're a quarterback away. That's it.
Yeah, it's been that way since Peyton.
every year. But I do think your defense is going to take a hit, bro.
Because
It is.
Vic
Because
Fangio.
you're losing
Yeah.
corners and you're Vic
Fangio's
Fangio.
the
That's a
biggest
huge
loss.
part. That's a huge thing, bro. I can't undersell
You bring
it.
in Chandler Jones, you bring in Devontae Campbell. I'm feeling good.
You can't
But
afford
again,
both them in
I'm
a
not-
quarterback.
but Carson Wentz.
You're gonna pay Wentz $20 million.
At least.
We have money to spend. And Devontae
you don't
Campbell's
have a
not going to be that
ton,
much
bro.
expensive. What do we have, 50?
Why wouldn't
I'd say
Devontae
50.
Campbell demand money though? He
I
just
think
had
it's
an
gonna be
all-pro
like 20,
season.
20 some. It's going to be around 20.